Helen, what type of foods do you recommend for someone that is having early stage swallowing issues? And those glasses are super cool, Sharon, by the way. Go ahead, Helen.
Okay, first, I started out eliminating things from David's diet. He was choking on rice, chow mein noodles, toast, crackers, anything very dry, I noticed. So when I eliminated rice and chow mein noodles, I decided to start adding any type of pasta noodles to that kind of food. So we use spiral noodles for chow mein. We use egg noodles for under chili because he loved chili and rice, that kind of thing. In banana bread and baking stuff, I will use a lot of applesauce, or I use the banana bread pudding recipe because it makes it very moist. We love zucchini bread, but I found that if I overdo it on the cinnamon, it makes it extremely moist. So I do that kind of thing. We have a recipe that we eat that calls for crumbled bacon on top. And of course he loves bacon. So instead of crumbling, I crack it up into more like bite-sized pieces so they don't fly back in the throat and cause him to choke. I put butter and peanut butter on crackers so they'll become a little bit more moist. He likes celery with peanut butter and raisins on it, so he gets a good mixture of thick stuff there. We just finished a vacation and he loves pork rinds. And in the mountains of Ozark, I had to pull over because he was choking so bad I thought we were going to have to take him. So that's off his list. He loves corn nuts on trips too. That became a problem, but not as bad as in the mountains. That scared me to death. So what I did is we stopped, and then I got like pastries with fruit with frostings on them, and he loves blueberries. So I said, this is going to be your fruit trip. No more dry stuff that you're going to choke with. I also use a lot of gravies on the meats, just even some meats that don't call for it. I now buy jars of gravy just so that it's on hand. It makes it moist and he doesn't choke on that kind of thing. He loves beef jerky and boiled peanuts. I think the boiled peanuts may be okay, but he doesn't get them really often. He does like salted peanuts, but I've decided that I'm just not going to buy that stuff. If he can't eat it, I won't buy it. It won't be in the house, and he probably won't think about it. And that's about all I can think of at the moment. Just keeping everything moist.
Does anyone else on the panel have any suggestions with swallowing that they found when caregiving that helped their loved ones with swallowing and eating, being able to eat as long as possible? Lauren and Sharon, sorry.
For Dad, we had my aunt, who is a speech therapist, actually come and do an evaluation and tell us what would work best. There are thickeners out there to help with foods. There's also adaptive devices, special spoons and straws. So sometimes it's better to have a straw, sometimes it's not. And so that's where an evaluation really helps from a speech therapist, because they can tell you whether or not that person can use a straw or not, because they're trained to know what to look for and what tests to do and stuff. That was very helpful to have that. There are special cups that you can get. There are recommendations for cups and for all kinds of stuff from speech therapy. So for us, it was really making sure that things were cut up and that he went slower and just paced himself, because he would try to eat really fast because he loved everything, especially if he was getting a favorite food. So yeah, and then just making sure to drink with eating, so you have that liquid to help it all go down. All those things were learned from speech therapy.
Thank you. Welcome, Melissa.
We got those same tips to slow down on the eating, which is really a challenge. He wants to just wolf everything down. So to take a bite and then take a sip of something, and also to tuck his chin when he's swallowing. Those are the only things I can think of to add.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.